All right, what's going on, guys? So I'm back for another video. Now, Peaceful Moments wanted me to make a rigged video, a C70, how I build out my rig on this C70. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing that. If you like that kind of thing and you're looking forward to the Canon C400, the new cinema camera that just got announced, I'm gonna be getting that camera, and I'm also gonna rig out that camera as well. And I'm also gonna be doing lots of low light tests and all kinds of tests with that camera. So if you like that kind of thing, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please help me out and give me a like on this video because, again, I'm not getting paid for this. This is just me making these videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoy this video. Without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Gonna try to keep it as no nonsense as possible, but this is gonna be a little bit longer of a YouTube video showing you how I rig out this C70. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I hope you enjoy today's video. All right, what's going on, everyone? So this is what the rig looks like when it's all breaking off into pieces like this. I just wanted to lay it all out like this so you can see how much I'm working with and how much I'm dealing with here. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with a cage. So let's get started. All right, so this is what the cage comes with. It comes with the 3 pieces. I don't want to drop the screws anywhere. So the cage comes with 3 pieces, just like this. Now this will come up attached. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. This top handle comes with it as well. Just so you know, so this top handle is pretty good because it has a lot of different options where you can put stuff in. So we're going to go ahead and put this on, and you can see how that gets done. The small rig is the front part, obviously. Tip this upside down. So we're just screwing this in here on the bottom. Again, you'll get this in several pieces. So you'll have to screw this piece right here, attach it to this one. Now why that's important to do that is because it has like little ridges that come out, and I don't like that. I like it to be flush, so that way if I want to balance this on a gimbal, I can do that as well. And it will just be properly balanced. Now I like to go nice and tight. Some people are always like, oh, don't go too tight. And I'm like, whatever. I just go nice and tight so that way there's no room for like moving or overtime. If I got it balanced on a gimbal or whatever, I know it's not going to move because I basically glued it on there. So that's that part there. This is a little loose on the bottom, so we're going to go ahead and tighten that. Again, that gets tighter too when you, this part here gets tighter when you put the top part on, so I'm not too worried about that too much. But we're just going to go ahead. We're here, we might as well go ahead and just tighten it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this top part on. Now I put this here just because I don't like losing it. If I'm not physically using it in the cage, then I will put it like in one of these holes just to kind of leave it there. Now this has like a little sliding part right here that will slide right into the C70 like so. You can get this. There we go. And now we know it's kind of locked in place. So we'll go ahead and screw the top part on. And then these 2 pieces right here we'll put on as well. Okay. So I had someone complain last time the video was a little too dark, but for a tutorial like this, you're obviously not going to want it really dark. I want you to be able to see everything that I'm doing, so that way it's a lot easier for you to follow along with. Wrong one. There we go. So again, I don't mind going nice and tight just because I like it really tight, and that way I know it's not gonna kind of go anywhere. Yeah, that's not going nowhere. So that's really, really fastened on there. And that's kind of what that looks like, that little cage right there. Just like that. Okay, so like I said, this part actually comes with it. And again, I'll leave a link in the description to everything that I have here, so that way you can just kind of go on B&H or Amazon, wherever you prefer, and pick up the stuff that I'm using here. So I'll put this on the side here and tighten it just like that as well. Again, I like it nice and tight, so that's pretty good. That's not going nowhere. So again, a lot of times when I first started doing the build out rig, I wouldn't tighten this so much, and then over time it just would get loose, and I don't like that, especially while I'm on a job. I don't want anything getting loose while I'm on a job, because I don't want to be able to, or I don't want to have to fiddle around with stuff. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to put on the lens. So for this video, I'm using the, not that it matters because you're not going to see footage from this, but for the rig, we're just going to put on the 50 mil because it's a little less top heavy and it won't fall over. This is the ring for the Matbox. I'm going to put this on now, but we're not going to put the Matbox on just yet. This is the small rig Matbox. Now, I don't like this one. I'm going to upgrade this one to the Polar Pro one. I'm just not a fan of it. It feels very cheap. I don't like it. But again, I'll leave a link in the description as to what Matbox this is. But again, for now, we're just going to use that. So we'll screw this on because you need to screw this on for the Matbox to actually go over it. So that's on there like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the bottom portion here, this guy right here, we're going to put this rod, this bottom portion on, and this is basically a 15 millimeter rod clamp from Small Rig as well. Everything's from Small Rig, and I always use the 15 millimeter. Sometimes it's like 8 inches, 6 inches, you can do that. I like the 8 because it gives me enough space from the back of the camera. If I want to put like a V-mount right here, I can do that as well, and we'll talk about that because I do put a V-mount on this one as well, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So this is the plate, so we're going to put this on the bottom portion of the C70. To make this easier, I'm actually going to, I forgot about this part, I'm going to take this top handle off, because you can essentially just lay it upside down and then it becomes very easy to watch. I'll just show you. Just go boom, put this down just like that, and it will stay there rather than you having to do two hands and just kind of fiddle with it. So yeah, we're gonna put this on here right now. Okay, so that's that portion. I'm just going to go ahead and tighten that a whole lot more. Now again, you want to be able to put both of them in on this side, because if you don't, it will kind of twirl around, and you don't want that to be moving because it could hit the Matbox or it could hit other things. So again, one screw going in here and then one screw going right in there. And again, this portion I definitely like extra tight, because I don't know why, but this sometimes gets a bit loose, so I actually go pretty tight on this. Okay, so that's not going anywhere. Alright, so that's what the bottom kind of rail mount plate looks like. As you can see, that's kind of giving this support for the lens. You can also put like a motor. If you're going to be using a gimbal, you can also put like a motor on right here and slide it so that way it can do like a focus. If you're going to go manual focus, you can put that on there like that. So That's pretty cool as well. I actually do that quite a bit for my gimbal setups. I'll just show you here. I use this piece right here for my gimbal setups. So, and that way connecting this portion right here to a USB-C and putting that into the gimbal, which is also USB-C, and you can just, the motor makes this run and you can pull focus that way. Or you can use it for a zoom lens if you have a zoom lens as well. All right, so that portion is done. It already looks pretty cool just to have it kind of like this, but we're not done obviously. So we're gonna put the top handle back on here. That's it, nice and tight. That's not going anywhere. So I like that, it's not gonna go anywhere. Moving on to the next piece here. So what we're gonna do now is, I have the AVX, the Sennheiser AVX, this little guy right here. Now I use this for a lot of weddings. I mic up the groom, and I like the audio. Now I do have the Tascam DR10L Pros as well, but I like how the audio on this can get just baked right into the video. That way it's less editing for me. But I do use Tascam as well. And again, this is a mini XLR, so I use these mini XLRs all the time. I like mini XLR, to be honest. I don't know why so many people give Canon a hard time about, oh, why not full XLR? I don't really care. So again, we pull this inside. I'll give you a better view of that. So we'll get this right in here. And there we go. So that's in there just nice and snug, tight. And I'll drop this down just like this, because now this, if I have it up here, it's inevitable after camera movements and shake, it's just gonna flop down. So I just kind of stick it downwards like that. And then that way it's not gonna be flopping around anywhere. Okay, so the next part, now I love audio. Audio to me is almost more important than the visuals. So I bought this little piece. Now I'll have a link on B&H's website as to this. This is a little piece that you can essentially put anywhere. I could even put it right here if I want it, or right here, or down here. I could essentially put it anywhere on this rig. I choose to put it right here because it sticks out a little farther for my shotgun microphone that I'm using. Now I do have the MKE 400 Sennheiser and 600. I don't like the 600 because it sticks out. I'll give you a better view. It sticks out this way quite a bit, and it also goes really long. And I just don't like that. I like, and it kind of flops and bounces around, and I can't really balance that on a gimbal either. So I don't really like that. And then another pet peeve I don't like about the MKE 600, which is actually the audio I'm using for right now. I'm plugged into the Tascam X8, this guy here, and I'm using the audio for that, and this MKE 600. But the 400 that I put on top here, I'll show you what that looks like when I get this screwed in. The 400, this guy right here, is what I use to put on top of my camera. So the MKE 400, I'll put right in here. And it just screws really nicely in there. As you can see, we just take this off, pull it right in, and it just screws right in nicely, nice and tight on there. Now, the thing I love about this microphone is when you turn it on and you plug it into the camera and you turn the camera on, it runs while the camera's off, or on, sorry. And when you turn the camera off, the microphone turns off with it. Now I love that because it's just another thing that I don't need to remember to do. So I love this microphone like a lot. And it also comes with like a wind resistance, big kind of pouch that you can put on there as well. I like the look of it like this personally, but yeah, you can put the wind resistance shield on there. Actually, for the video, I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so this is what that kind of shield looks like. As you can see there, just kind of puffy. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I actually really like it like that as well. So that looks nice. Also, I make mention these cords actually come blue, like baby blue. I hate that. I don't like it because it just, I like my camera to match and look pretty nice. I can cope with red. Red and black basically is all I want to be on here. I'm just picky about that. And then some people might be like, oh, how did you get the Sennheiser AVX piece right here to be blue or to be black? Honestly, I just painted it. I don't really care what anyone thinks. That's what I like. And if you don't like it, then whatever. It comes baby blue and I don't like that. So I just painted it. I painted it black. I kind of did the same to this and it works just great. It looks like black. It just looks like it came out of the box, so it's totally fine. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to hook up this, but essentially this hooks in here and comes in around, and that's pretty much it for that. So this is the grip handle that I use. It's also small rig. Everything is basically small rig. I was going to go with Tilta or small rig, but Tilta didn't have, at the time of me purchasing everything, I think Tilta's upgraded quite a bit. But at the time of me purchasing these things, Tilta did not have kind of the things that I like. So I just didn't go with that. So this screws on right in here. I'll try to give you a better angle of that as well. Right in here. This handle just kind of slips on. Give you a better angle of that actually. So this is the handle right there. And it basically, this thing just kind of slides up. Just like that, and then you just got to tighten it. I will make mention, because I didn't know this for the longest time, I don't know why, because it's very simple. This portion right here, this comes up and you can turn it. So let's say this piece right here is getting, I don't know if you can see that, let's say if this piece right here is getting too close to the camera, you can actually pull this up and then turn it, and then it will go tighter. That way you don't have to go around this portion of the camera, because sometimes this little rail might hit your camera. So just so you know, that can kind of come. You can kind of pull it up, like pull it out, and then turn it. So that way it works better for you. So again, I'm going to throw this on. And I'll just screw that on there. Okay, that's it for that. So that's, yeah, that's what it looks like here. It's looking really good. The rig is looking like we're Hollywood professionals, even though we're not Hollywood professionals. Well, we look like we are. So anyway, this is the C70 Rig. Now I'm gonna add a Matbox to it. Also put a V-mount battery plate here. Now I don't normally do that because the battery on these are really good, and you can also get like a longer battery, and I don't like the V-mount battery in the way of my LCD screen, because I like to be able to take this in and out when I want to kind of put away. So a lot of times I don't do that, but for the video I will do that. So yes, I forgot to mention as well, this is the AVX microphone that I usually get to the groom or my client for documentary, and then this hooks in. One thing to note as well, the C70 for the microphone, this portion here, the microphone, the MKE 400, that will not be able to, because what I like to do is I like to sync my audio. Whoever's talking, I also would like to get background noise for the crowd, let's say reception or something, but I also want to be able to hear the groom talking. You can do that with channels 1 and 2. You can't do that with channels 1 and 3. I'm pretty confident on that. I could make a video on that because I know a lot about the audio on the C70, so let me know if you want. an audio C70, because to be honest, a lot of the audio videos that I've seen on YouTube, I don't like them. They're very uninformed. Like I just don't like them personally. I don't like how they how some of them do it. So I've learned a lot about the audio, so we can do that as well. Back to the rig though. So we put this piece on right here. Now all we're gonna do is we're going to just slide the Matbox on, and this portion is kind of like a screw. You just screw it. Once it slides on, you just kind of screw this here, and it will get tighter and tighter and tighter. And there we go. That's pretty good like that. I'm just gonna make sure it's even, and we'll open this up. Why not? So that's kind of what that looks like. That's with the Matbox on there, just like that. All right, so this portion right here is important. Okay, so for a little while there, and again, you'll have everything in the description. I don't like how some monitors stick on top here. If you can get a better view of that. I don't like how some monitors stick on top right here and then just go up really high. I like my monitor to come out further and then kind of on a tilt to kind of match like this angle here. Again, I'm pretty picky with that, so there's a few pieces that I ordered on Small Rig that will not make that happen. So this piece here I ordered first, and I did not like it because again, it stuck on, I had to put it on the top, and it made the monitor stick up a whole lot higher. Whereas this piece right here, and again, I have this linked in the description for you, goes on the side like this, and I like that so much better. So again, this screws on just like that. Pull this down. This screws on just like that, and it goes right on the inside of the rail of the top handle there. Okay. Now I have the Action 5, the monitor, the small HD Action 5. I don't like this monitor. I'm being straight up honest. I actually hate this monitor. So I'm going to upgrade this monitor to a different one. Yeah, just because I don't like it. I'm probably gonna get the Smart 5 series, like the Cine or the Ultra. But for now, for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna put it on here. Okay, so that's on there nice and tight. Now, again, another reason why I like this piece right here for the monitor is because you can tilt. Let me change that camera angle because it doesn't look as good. There we go. That looks a little better. So you can tilt this up and down nice and easy. It's pretty solid, whereas the other one, you have to use an Allen key to like tighten it, and I don't always have an Allen key on me, so it has like a spot for an Allen key right here. I don't always have an Allen key on me like all the time, whereas this one just has like a turning dial on it. So if you want it tighter, then just go tighter like that. That's pretty tight right there. So that's not moving. That's not moving at all. So again, I like to line this up, match the monitor with the Matbox, and that's kind of it. That's what the rig kind of looks like right there. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put on the V-mount battery. It will go right on the back. Now again, I don't generally do this. I don't like it. I would like it a lot. I don't like this thing here because, let me get this out of the way. I don't like this thing here because it swivels up and down. Now you can get one that's just straight V-mount, and I am going to be getting that one. The problem with this one, in my opinion anyway, this is the battery, by the way, that I use. again, I don't like this one either. There's quite a few things that I'm upgrading. So maybe I'll make an upgraded video on the C70 when I got my new like rig for that. I'm going to be doing a full rig on the C400 as well. So if you're looking forward to something like that, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'll be making a full rig for C400, the Canon C400 that just got launched. Getting that camera, so I'm going to be getting the small rig battery. It looks a little cleaner, a little neater, just personal preference. I like that. So again, this part here, this battery also, I don't know why, I've done all that I can around here, buttons and everything, and I thought maybe it was something to do with the battery. But this just slips out. Like if I'm walking around or I'm doing an upside down shot, this just comes right out, and obviously I can't have that. I checked this, and I don't know, maybe someone can tell me in the comment section why it's not staying in. But it does go in, and it stays as long as it's level. I mean, you can go around with it, but if you're upside down and you jiggle just a little bit, it will come right out. Moving on, we're going to put this on here. Now, if you find that it's not going on, it's because these need to be loosened up a bit, because it creates less tension. And there you go. It slipped right on there. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind is the LCD, again, the reason why I don't use this very often is because the LCD has to come out and stay out. Because once this goes on, depending on how close you get to it, obviously, this will then stay like this and go on there like that. So there's your cinema rig. And that's pretty much it. That's kind of how I do the rig. Yeah, I love doing rigs like this because it just looks really cool, looks professional. It also obviously adds a lot of bonus, like a lot of benefits to your shots. The sound, the monitor, extra battery life, grip handles for more stable shot. Matte boxes are generally used for like getting rid of sun flares, or you can put filters inside there, like darker filters for the top portion of the sun, and like blown out highlights for things like that. So there's obviously benefits to all of this, but again, it also looks really cool. If you want to come at it from a professional standpoint, it looks very, very professional, and it looks really, really good. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. I don't get paid for any of this. Giving my honest opinion and thoughts on this. I put a lot of time into these kinds of videos. And if you could do me a favor and just hit the like button, and shows me that you want me to create more content. And again, once the C400 mark, or just the C400, once the C400 comes out, we will build out that rig. I'm also going to get an easy rig, and we'll make a video on that. So if you like, give it a thumbs up. We'll see you in the next video.